here. I've been trying to go live for the past few minutes, so let's see if this one works. Let me know if you get here, that you are here. And yeah, let's see. I'm gonna pull you up on my laptop also. Let's see. Hi, great, you are getting here, awesome. Welcome. Yay, hey everyone. Ooh, I like this. I like seeing all of you here. Let me get to my channel. How is everyone doing? Oh my gosh, you're coming in. So yeah, I am coming to you from my brand new home. My fiance and I manifested our dream home, and I am in that home right now. I'm in the guest room. We don't have any furniture in the house yet. As you can see, I'm just sitting on a bed that isn't really a bed yet. But I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of my new house. I'm so excited that we're finally here. It actually feels like a dream house. I'm so blown away how amazing it feels to be here. And beyond that, I'm gonna do a video showing you a little bit of the house in a bit, but beyond that, I just wanted to connect in with all of you. And so I would love to hear how you are. I would love to hear what's alive for you in your manifesting journey. What questions do you have? What are you manifesting? Go ahead and put them in the chat. I'm gonna be reading the chat over here and answering your questions. And I'm really excited to be here with you. Okay, let's see what people are doing. Hello. Oh my gosh, I love having all of you here. Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm so excited to share with you about my new house. Oh, I love that someone else is manifesting a new home as well. That's wonderful. Julie, you're in my Manifest a Specific Person Master course. It's amazing. I'm so glad you're loving it. I'm loving that course too. I'm so happy to be with all of you on that journey. There's like 400 of you in that course. And for the second round, there were 400. The first round, there's 400 this round. And it's just so amazing to be taking all of you on that deep dive journey to manifest your specific person. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I know. I haven't officially announced it, but I'm engaged. There's going to be a lot coming out about my engagement, so I am engaged. I'm sure you've seen the ring on my finger in my videos. I haven't officially announced it because I actually have some really exciting things coming in the new year. One of them is going to be a very, very deep dive in manifesting marriage, a course. And it's going to be a live course that I take a group of students through for a month, and we're going to go super deep. And I'm going to teach you like the intricate details of how to manifest marriage. Yeah, because I did so, of course. So I'm excited to share that with you. I know, and I've been just waiting for the right moment. We've had so much going on with not only the engagement, but moving, getting the house, all this stuff. So I just haven't officially announced it, but I guess this is my announcement. I'm engaged. Thank you for celebrating me. This is so great. So great. Okay, let me see what some of your questions are. Well, yes. Did I practice knowing that I already had this new home? Yes, I practiced knowing and feeling myself in the new home. It was an interesting manifestation because many manifestations I'm doing solo, just on my own. This was a co-manifestation with my fiance, right? So, yeah, it just felt a little different. I mean, obviously, the way I perceive manifesting is that my beliefs is the only thing that's creating my reality. And so what becomes tricky when another person is involved, so this is like manifesting a specific person or manifesting something with another person, is it's very easy, excuse me, to become like influenced by what they think, what they feel, and we have to stay focused on our end result no matter what's happening with them. Now, with my partner, we're totally on the same page. We wanted the same type of house. Like, we work really well together, so it wasn't that big of a deal manifesting. But still, most of my manifestations are so solo. And this manifestation of manifesting the house was more with him. And so we would both have our, process, and I had to just stay as aligned to the vision of moving into the home as I could. And so that's what I did. Yeah. And then that also is true about manifesting marriage, manifesting the engagement. So I want to just say this piece. It was a knowing that I would be with my life partner. It was a knowing that my man would fully be all in with me. It was a knowing that he would choose me. So how did I develop that knowing? That's what we're doing when we're manifesting. We're developing a very deep, that's the best possible thing you can do, is develop a knowing of what will happen. Develop a knowing of who you are. Develop a deep knowing of what is true for you. That is the best possible way to manifest. And so when I manifested him and engagement with him or marriage with him or manifesting my life partner, what I was doing was developing a deep knowing that my man was going to choose me all the way. That my man was going to be all in with me. That my man was going to say things to me such as, "You are the most amazing woman I have ever met. You are, you're the one for me. I'm all in with you. I want to marry you. I want to do this with you." And the way I developed that knowing was by practicing inner conversations, practicing visualizations, practicing the inner felt experience through all these techniques. The main ones were probably visualizations and inner conversations. And also affirmations in the form of, I love being so chosen. I love being cherished. I love being someone's wife. So that's even a combination with imagining. So there's so much I want to share with you all about that. And I am going to share a lot in the coming weeks about manifesting marriage, manifesting commitment, manifesting being fully, fully chosen. I've walked this path. I know how to align your inner world to become that person. So be on the lookout for some really exciting things coming. They're going to be launching at the beginning of the year, so January 2022. I'm just going to plug this in real quick. Okay. Oh no, of course, it doesn't reach. I am gonna have like an official office downstairs once we're all moved in, but we literally have like no furniture yet. So I'm doing makeshift everything. Let's get this plugged in. Okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. So let's see what some more questions you have are. Thank you all for the congratulations. Yeah. Ooh, there's so many of you here. Someone said after your How to Be Claimed, Cherished, and Adored course, people started asking her to marry them. Yeah, that's a common experience, actually. Also, the Become Magnetic course, I have people go get a lot of feedback from others from that. Okay. Someone asks, Brianna asks, if you're working on self-concept but have moments where you're missing the person, is that okay? Yeah, and what do you mean by working on self-concept? There's going to be moments of all different feelings on this journey, okay? So it's not about, we're never going to arrive into one state of being on about a particular subject and be in that state of being 100% of the time. That's not how manifesting works. We're practicing techniques such as affirmations, visualizations, inner conversations, scripting. We are practicing these techniques to mold our thoughts to start to feel like a new person. And this is a moment to moment process. So when you are trying to manifest something, you're choosing a moment to think about the situation in a new way. And the way you're going to be thinking about the situation in a new way is from the experience of already having the desire. So for those of you manifesting love, whether it's a specific person or new person, you're in those moments that you are practicing manifesting, you're choosing to think like you already are in the relationship. Or you're choosing to do an imaginal act that makes you feel like you're in the relationship. You're choosing to, in your imagination, hear an inner conversation of your person saying something to you that makes you feel like you're in the relationship. So examples of all this is an inner conversation could be you close your eyes and you hear your person say, and it's not actually hearing with your ears, it's more an imaginal hearing. It doesn't have to be their exact voice. It doesn't, those things don't matter, but you hear them say to you in your imagination, I love you and I want to be with you. I choose you. You're the one for me. You've always been the one for me. This is the relationship I want. I'm all the way in with you. As you are hearing that, and you're obviously conjuring that up yourself, as you hear that, you will notice that you'll start to feel, you could feel any number of things. You could feel relaxed, you can feel relieved, you can feel at home, you can feel loved. But naturally, because you're saturating your imagination in that moment with the experience of your person choosing you and telling you that they love you, you're doing that in this moment, you feel loved. And so for that one moment, you landed in the state of the wish fulfilled. Now, when you're manifesting, and you're manifesting in particular something that you really want, your work is to saturate yourself as much as possible in those inner experiences. And what you're really doing is you're tipping the scale, because when we've manifested either a breakup, or we're separated from someone, or we're single and we don't want to be, or we're alone or we're lonely, when we're manifesting that reality, all that means is you're spending more time in your inner world in the experience of thoughts and the felt experience of they're not here. They don't love me anymore. Maybe you're thinking of memories of something bad that happened between the two of you, or something hurtful. And so you start to feel like panicked, or they're not here, they don't want me, right? So there's a saturated inner experience of not being with that person. And what you're doing as a manifester is you're moving yourself moment by moment, affirmation by affirmation, imaginal act by imaginal act, exercise by exercise, you're moving yourself into feeling wanted. You do that by conjuring up the inner experience of that end result. So let's just look at this, because this feels right to be talking about this and deep diving. Let's look for the most popular techniques, how you do this. If you're doing an affirmation, I just did a video about how to do affirmations correctly. I see a lot of people not doing them correctly, but if you're doing an affirmation, you want to do something like an I am statement, I'm loved. Or it could be, I'm a good person. I'm a special person, right? If you're doing a inner conversation, you want to imaginally hear your person say, I love you. I choose you. If you're doing an imaginal act, perhaps you want to like wrap your arms around yourself. You want to feel your person, imagine that that is your person, and you want to feel them saying like, I'm right here with you. I'm so in for this. And what you want to do is saturate yourself in that inner experience, those inner experiences over and over and over again. So much so that less and less, like you're gonna start to be thinking about not having them less and less. It's literally like tipping the scale, right? So you're adding more imaginal acts and affirmations and inner conversations that are making you feel like you have the desire already, like you're in the relationship already. And less you're going to feel like it's not yours. That's what we're doing when we're manifesting. And so for all my courses, everything I teach in my courses is putting you in that state. It's a process to put you in that state, because I know the only thing you need to manifest is to be in that state over and over and over again. But it is about repetition. It is about practice. We have to continuously go into that state over and over. But the beautiful thing is, like everything, if you're practicing it, it's going to become very familiar to you. If you're practicing it, it's going to become easy. You're going to eventually find yourself thinking the thoughts that you are wanted. You won't even have to try. That's because that's what practice does. It starts to impress your subconscious mind, as they say. It impresses your belief system, and you really start to think and feel and believe like you are this person with your desire, okay? So that's all we're doing here, okay? Let me check some more questions. I like doing the deep dives with you. Well, okay, so Noor asks a simple question. Should I use my person's name when doing these techniques? Do what feels natural. These types of questions, the words you're saying aren't what matters. So anyone who's asking like what affirmations to use or anything like that, the words that you are saying isn't what matters. It's how the words make you feel, okay? And so you have to be saying words that make you feel good. It's likely that saying your person's name is going to make you feel good, or saying my man, my woman, my person, my love, whatever makes you feel good. That is how you, that's the right way to say it, okay? I saw another one here that I liked. How can we supercharge the momentum with our self-concept? What is that? What do you mean exactly, supercharge the momentum? The momentum of your manifestation? Let's talk about what self-concept is. Self-concept is your knowing of yourself. Self-concept is who you think, feel, and believe you are. Who you think, feel, and believe you are is going to create a matching reality, and the reality is going to say, yep, that's who you are. What that means, if you think like you are in a relationship already, I love being in this relationship, I love being so chosen. Eventually, because you are thinking the thoughts of already having your desire, that's what's going to manifest. That's all self-concept is. I teach self-concept in every single one of my courses. My first week of making videos on YouTube, I did a video on self-concept, because self-concept is really your perception of yourself. And that's all you have to change to manifest anything in your reality. You're always just changing yourself, and you're stepping into the version of you who thinks and feels like you already have your desire. The way you start thinking and feeling like you already have your desire is by practicing all the techniques I just talked about, okay? So that's all self-concept is. Self-concept is always going to supercharge your manifestations, in the sense that the quicker and more potently you think and feel like you have your desire, because you're practicing manifesting techniques, you're practicing the thoughts, I'm loved, I'm cherished, I'm adored, you're practicing the way that feels, you're stepping into the new reality by using your imagination to you can even say you're pretending. People get like thrown off by that word, but essentially like you're using your imagination to feel what it would be like to be that person. And you're saturating yourself, which just means you're practicing it over and over again. The more you do that, the faster your manifestation is going to come. That's been my experience. The faster I saturate myself in the wish fulfilled, in the knowing that I have my desire, in the knowing that I will have my desire, in the complete knowing that I will be chosen, that I was going to be a wife, that all of these things, the more potently you saturate yourself in that knowing, the faster it manifests out there. Okay? Let's see. Someone asks, Sharon asks, hi Shelly, what is your take on using overnight subliminals to manifest? Here's how to know if they're helping you. They can totally help. Of course they can help. Everything can help. It's like, it's all, yeah, those can help. I actually have some courses that are subliminal courses. You can listen to them while you sleep or when you're awake. Here's how to know if an overnight subliminal messaging, whatever it is helping you. Here's how to know if any technique is helping you. So I really hope you all listen, because this is honestly the truth. Like, this is how to know if any technique is working for you. Does anyone know? I would love for you to even say in the comments. It would be so amazing to hear what your thoughts are on this. You know a technique like a subliminal is working when you start to think and feel differently about the subject you're manifesting. In particular, you're going to start to feel more confident about the thing you're manifesting. You're gonna start to feel more hopeful. You're gonna start to feel more certain, like, yeah, this is gonna happen. You're gonna start to feel like more calm, more at ease, more relaxed. So if you're at nighttime listening to subliminals and during the day you realize after a week or so of listening to subliminals and it's like nothing shifting in the way that you're seeing your reality, keep trying, but be on the lookout. Am I starting to think and feel differently about this subject? If you are listening to subliminals and you notice, yeah, I'm starting to feel more confident. I'm starting to feel better. I'm just not as scared anymore. I'm not as freaked out. I'm starting to feel much better. If that's how you're starting to feel with subliminals, they're working. So the point of any technique, and it does not matter what it is to change you. It's going to change the way you think and feel about the subject. That's all that's happening. Because if you change the way you think and feel about a subject, the subject is going to change to match your new thoughts and your new feelings and your new beliefs. That's all that's happening. Life is just like a reflection of who you think you are and what you think you have. Now, when it comes to manifesting a relationship, love, or anything, you don't have to delusionally think that you're in the relationship now. When I manifested my partner, I did not walk around like a delusional, crazy person thinking I was in the relationship before I was in the relationship. I didn't do that. But what I did was I spent probably hours per day, at least a couple hours per day, different segments, like 10 minutes each, going within and imagining him telling me how much he loves me. Going within and hearing him say, you're my woman, like I choose you. So I was going into the inner space of him, of being with my man. And because I was going into that inner space so much, it started to feel like this is obviously gonna happen. This is so gonna happen. This is so familiar to me. I'm like, I already feel loved by him. Before he's in my life, I already feel loved by him. Well, why did I already feel loved by him? Because I was creating that inner experience. So you don't have to think you're in the relationship now. You just have to be practicing these inner techniques so much you start to really feel like this is going to happen. I know this is going to happen. And when you're in that inner space of, I know this is gonna happen. Like, I'm really starting to feel confident about it now. I'm really certain. You'll notice a few things. Number one, your anxiety about the situation will go down. You'll stop checking the 3D is another thing that will happen. We stop checking the 3D because we just start to feel like it's gonna happen. And so there's no need to look for it anymore. It's like already true to you. That doesn't mean it's true, it's here. It's true though, and you know it's gonna happen. Okay, so this is what it is when it comes to, you don't have to be delusional that you already have your manifestation. You just have to become so inner, like create such an inner knowing that it's going to happen by practicing the way you feel having it over and over again, practicing what you would be thinking over and over again. So by practicing in that way, it becomes really familiar to you, and that's when you know it's going to manifest. Okay, let's see what else. What else do you want to know about? Wonderful. Someone lost 200 pounds. That's amazing. Good for you. Via manifesting. Is it okay to be sad once in a while? Yes. It's okay to have all your feelings. You're a human being. Like we're designed to have all these feelings. There's nothing wrong with them. We're designed to have all these feelings. The only thing is you don't want to get incredibly lost in a feeling. You don't want to become identified with a feeling. You don't want to be so lost in that feeling that it's who you think you are. You start to identify as a sad person. You start telling the story, I'm sad. You start thinking that that's always how you're going to be. So what I would do if you're having a hard time, hard feelings, is something like this. This is things I teach in my courses. So let me tune into it right now. What I do when I'm having hard feelings and what I teach my students when they're having hard feelings is something that I call inner child work. It doesn't have to be specifically inner child work, but it's something in that realm where it's essentially just show up for yourself and give yourself love and care. So the way you would do that is if you're having a hard time because of any situation out there, just show up. I love wrapping my arms around myself. Like that makes me feel really comforted. It's a really good thing to do. And just say to yourself, we're gonna be okay. I know you're sad right now, but I'm here for you. I'm always gonna be here for you. It's okay to feel this way, and guess what? We're also creating our lives. We're creating beautiful experiences. I know we can do this. I know we can do this together. And it's almost like you notice the language I'm using, we can do this together. It's you talking to yourself. It's you comforting to yourself. It's you saying to yourself, I'm here for you. I'm always going to be here for you. What you'll notice is you'll calm down, you'll feel better, you'll feel more loved. You'll realize that you have the power to make yourself feel loved in any moment. It has nothing to do with another person. We think it has to do with another person, but it actually doesn't, okay? So anytime you're feeling sadness, you're feeling alone, hold yourself and just go into that inner space. I'm so sorry you're not feeling good. I want you to know I'm right here with you. I've got you, and we're gonna get through this. That's all you gotta do. It's so beautiful. People who learn that from me and who do that work with me, I mean, they tell them that that exercise has changed their life. So that's what to do. Okay, so many questions. Let me see. There was another one up here that I liked. What else do you want to know? Keep posting below. Okay. How do I really feel my desire? I'm caught in a relationship and I want to be with a man that's also in a relationship. Well, regardless of those circumstances, so like take those things off the table. Those are just like details. I'm in a relationship, he's in a relationship. That's just going to complicate it a little bit. How do I feel my desire? This is a question a lot of people have. It's really not that complicated, okay? What you're going for when you're wanting to feel your desire is essentially creating an inner experience where you feel close with your person. So the imaginal act or the inner conversation that I always go to is just, I've done it multiple times already on this live. It's something like closing your eyes. And the reason you want to close your eyes, it helps you focus internally. Okay, that's what we're doing here. We're changing our internal selves, our internal thoughts and feelings. If you close your eyes, you can go in. That's why I close my eyes, okay? I've never explained that, but that's what's going on. When people are meditating, they close their eyes. Why? Because they're going in. It's easier to go in to yourself when you're closing your eyes. Your work is to go in and shape your inner world. So how to feel your desire. You close your eyes. Everyone on the call, there's 300 of you right now, or on this live. Do this with me. Close your eyes, unless you're driving. Close your eyes, you go within, and you hear your person say, imagine my voice is your person. I'm right here with you. I really care about you. I love you. You're such a special person to me. I love being with you. I want to be with you. Okay? Now, what you should have felt was calmness. Maybe it felt good. Maybe you felt loved. What did you all feel when I did that? Write in the comments below. Like, what did you feel when we did that very short inner visualization? What types of things did you feel? If you would write in the chat, that would be great. Smiling to myself. Bliss, smiley, happy, exactly. Felt comfort. I felt safe. You felt that. You felt that. Exactly. Smiling, happy. That's feeling the wish fulfilled, right? It's really simple. That's simple. Now, it's often like a soft feeling. It may not be this huge thing that you like ecstatic. Sometimes it will be ecstatic, but this was just maybe a very, like we might say, the word that's coming to me is like a gentle feeling. It's soft. It's calm content. That's a perfect way to say it. It's like calm content. That euphoria. Look at all these. See, everyone felt it. People have this thing around feeling the wish fulfilled, like as if it's this big deal. And I understand because the language, it's hard to describe, but what you're really going for is just feeling like, oh, it feels good. It also probably feels like you're together or reassuring. That was what someone else just said. It's reassuring. So it's like, oh, I'm loved. They're here. I feel reassured. That is feeling the wish fulfilled. So what you're doing is you're using a combination of your mind. Your mind is going to either create an inner conversation or a visualization or an affirmation. These are all just kind of words, sentences. So if we just did an inner conversation where your person was saying something to you. So those are words. I love you. I'm here for you. I love being with you. Now, if you add in either putting your arms around each other, just closing your eyes, and you imagine that that's your person saying something to you, underneath it, there's a felt experience that all you have felt. You mean there's so many, all of you felt it. There's so many of you and you all felt it. So that's what feeling the wish fulfilled is. That's what you want to be doing when you're practicing. Now, I think, in my opinion, I feel like some manifesting techniques are, you know, people teach manifesting in a lot of different ways. My experience is if you're just saying words, just saying affirmations, just saying sentences, just manipulating your thoughts, but you're not paying attention to how you feel, you are doing less potent manifesting. That's like my absolute honest opinion. That's my experience. That's what I have seen teaching thousands of people. The whole experience, so it's the thought or the inner conversation along with you feeling the relief, the comfort, the happiness, the bliss, the euphoria, whatever the range is, you feeling that is very potent manifesting. And this is a mistake I see a lot of people making. And it's unfortunate because the truth is you're wasting time doing manifesting techniques that aren't really going to work for you. And you probably already know that because if you've been doing, let's say, affirmations, you're just focusing on changing your thoughts, you're not paying attention to how that thought is making you feel. And maybe it's making you feel anxious, or maybe it feels disconnected, or maybe it doesn't feel like anything. Probably not getting fast results. Okay, you want fast results? I mean, I manifested my man in like 3 weeks. You want fast results? You want to be saying the affirmation or the inner conversation or the visualization and feeling the truth of it. So let's do it with an affirmation so you can really understand, because this is so important. I really want you to get this right. I do have an affirmations course. It's linked below. It's incredibly inexpensive. Someone just gave me a testimonial last week. She was like, oh my God, this like changed the game for affirmations for me forever. And I'm finally seeing results. Like I have not been seeing results with affirmations for like a year. I took your course and I'm starting to see movement. Okay, so it can be that simple. With an affirmation, how do you feel it? And I also want to say, I'm just going to say this beforehand. You don't have to feel it every single time. But if you want potent, fast results with manifesting, you want to set aside time to do techniques where you are feeling them. Okay, so how do you feel an affirmation? If it were me, I'd close my eyes, because again, that puts you inward, and I would say something like, I'm so loved. I feel so loved. I feel so chosen. I love being chosen by my person. I love feeling so beautiful. I love feeling so amazing. I love feeling so gorgeous. What did I do? I closed my eyes and I started saying I am statements. The I am statements are going to help me feel the way that I'm affirming. I love feeling so beautiful. There should be a little hit of feeling beautiful there. I love feeling chosen. Maybe there's something there, maybe there's not. That's why you try different affirmations that make you feel the way you want to feel. Okay, that's how you do it with an affirmation. I already did inner conversation and visualization. Scripting is an amazing way to do visualization, because when you script out a story, you will automatically be visualizing that story. So scripting is a technique that not a lot of people use. You should use it because it's incredible. Every single one of my courses has a workbook that takes you through deep dive scripting exercises, which puts you in the wish fulfilled. I'm going to put on some lip gloss and I'm going to look for another question. So did you guys like, by the way, did you like doing that little felt experience, feeling the wish fulfilled? Like, was that enjoyable for you? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm glad it made it clear to understand. Wonderful. What else do you want to know? I love having so many of you here. Yes, feel the truth, not just parroting. Exactly, and that's what Neville Goddard said. Someone's asking, it's so funny, people still ask about this. What if you got a psychic reading that you don't like? Stop seeing that psychic. And that's what I would do. They're just reflecting your own fears back to you. There's no reason to see a psychic. If you are consciously creating your reality, what is someone else going to tell you about your reality? You should be the one who's so confident in your knowing of who you are and what you are creating. That's your job. Then there's nothing to ask anyone else, even me. What do you do? What do you do about this when it comes to dating? How do you feel desired and claimed so you're not experiencing the same guy over and over? You activate your magnetic self. This is all self-love stuff. If you know you are like absolutely incredible, amazing, chosen, the one, then you're gonna, when you're dating, everyone's gonna see you that way. They're gonna see you as an incredible woman, an incredible person. And so your work is to do a lot of self-love, to know you are so incredible that anyone you go on a date with would be stoked to be with you. Okay, people ask this question a lot too. How do I feel something solidly real in my imagination which I've never experienced before? How do I have a clear idea of what the end would look like? It's a great question. I love when people ask that. Because the truth is, here's the thing. And really think about this with me. You would not want something unless you thought it was going to be a particular way. Your imagination has the ability. Here's an example. I manifested $1 million. I'd never experienced $1 million before I manifested it. Never experienced it, but I manifested it. Well, how did I do that? Because I thought, like, I could project into the future, who would I be if I had $1 million? I'm just playing with my imagination. What would it feel like if I had $1 million? Well, I guess it would feel like I'm super free. I can buy anything I want. I could like live the life I want. I could travel all around. I could move into my dream home like we just did. I use my imagination to think about what it would be like. Same thing with like a relationship. There's no way you would want a relationship unless you had some sort of idea of what it would be like. So you use your imagination, even if you've never felt it before. You see things on movies, don't you? You can feel what they're doing on the movies. You're like, oh, I would kind of like that. You use your imagination to stepping into being that person, and you practice it over and over and over again. Okay? What else do you want to know? I'm loving your, let's see, how to be miscontacted and pursued course. Your meditations are awesome. I'm so glad you're liking it. Diliana. How do I deal with feelings and jealousy about other women? That's a great question, Maxine. It's a big one. So jealousy comes from thinking other people have something that you can't have. Or it comes from thinking like someone is going to take what is yours. Okay? It comes from a really insecure self-concept. That's okay, because we've all been there. But that's what jealousy is. It's feeling like someone else is going to take or have what you want. Often it's like I talk about this in my Free Yourself course. It's like a combination of insecurity and fear of abandonment. I'm not going to be chosen. I'm going to be left for someone else. Okay? That's typically what jealousy is. So the first thing you have to do if you experience jealousy, it's going to be self-love. And the reason is you really want to build the self-concept where you just know you will be chosen by anyone. It's not just your specific person. It's anyone. That is a self-concept, self-love experience, okay? The second thing you want to do is start to be with yourself when you start to feel scared that love is going to leave you. You do inner child work. You show up for yourself. So I have a course specifically about getting rid of jealousy. It's called Free Yourself. It's linked below. I understand it's a really hard experience, but it's not really about the other person. It's about you not feeling worthy, really, first and foremost. And so you have to, that's how you're going to deal with it, is by doing self-love work. What else? How long have I been on here? Oh, 45 minutes. Wow, that went fast. How about one more question? I'm just reading. Okay, well, here's an easy one. How to not be triggered by social media. Hide your person on social media. Don't go on social media. Like, block yourself from going on social media. You don't have to block them, but you can hide them. What I tell people in my Manifest a Specific Person Master course is, if you're going to go check your person on social media, you come to our Facebook group and you come and you like write a post, an SOS, help, I need your help, I'm going to go check them, and we'll all support you. So, you know, it's just about, like, you have to have some self-restraint. You have to force yourself, like, I'm not going to check them on social media anymore. Only you can, like, commit to doing that for yourself. I do have a video on YouTube that I made a long time ago about not checking social media when you're manifesting a specific person, but really only you can be the one to uphold that for yourself, but do what you have to do to create a container where you're not being triggered by the 3D reality anymore. Often that's going to mean not checking your specific person on social media. It will also mean hiding them. If you can't help it, hide them so you can't see them. Okay? That's what you got to do. I just did a video on ignoring the 3D. So the person who's asking about that, I literally did a video like a couple videos ago about it. So go check my videos, you'll find it. Okay, everyone, let's end with this little quote on here on my tee. Let's see what that is. Find strength in knowing that you can make a difference in the world. Oh, that's actually really sweet. That makes me so happy. Okay, so I decided I also am going to be doing lives every week. That's going to be a new thing now that I'm in my new house. And so I'm going to be doing lives every week. They're probably going to be on Mondays, but I'll have to decide that. But thank you all for being here. And yeah, I will see you all super soon. I love having you here. I hope you enjoyed this. I can't wait to dive into more and more and more of manifesting with you soon, soon, soon. So thank you for being here. I'll see you soon.